Okay. Well, considering that this is a landmark anniversary, are you saying there are no milestones to be celebrated?
Of course, there are milestones all over the place. There are many things that have happened in Nigeria that we should actually be proud of. There are things we should be ashamed of, but many things also to be happy for. I think that if you look at the history of Nigeria, you will see that in terms of economic activity, for example, we started out life as a country in which colonial experience did not design us to be a competitive, growing economy. Colonial experience was driven largely by industrialization in Europe, looking for outposts for raw materials. Yet, throughout colonial history of Nigeria, there was hardly any industrialization at all in Nigeria. If anything, maybe adding water to something in Nigerian breweries and vegetable industry, putting some panels to some bolekaja or something, maybe the height of industrialization. But the founding fathers of Nigeria pushed into industrialization, driven primarily by the vision to create the Ikeja Industrial Estate by the Premier Western Region, which then met competition from his eastern opposite number. They started the Aba and the Transamadi industrial layouts in Port Harcourt, and the response from the Premier of the North, who created the Kakuri industrial layout in Kaduna, because Bombay was coming along in Kano. So this was a huge leap forward. At the time of independence, of self-government, in 1957, the produce marketing boards, Western Nigeria Marketing Board, Eastern Nigeria, Northern Nigeria, all had significant reserves in their accounts in London, which was caused primarily by a...
HomeVest is a development by RealVest, which has taken up the responsibility of providing quality, flexible payment and affordable homes for Nigerians, both at home and abroad, especially UK, US and Canada. This provides Nigerians with a plan that enables them to become house owners in 7 years or less, with payments from as low as 50,000 Naira monthly. You can move in on completion of half of total payment. We have over 14,000 investors and subscribers from 13 countries, including UK, US and Canada, who have enjoyed consistent returns on investments with us. Our pilot locations are Lagos State, Ogun State, Kwara State, Imo State, Oyo State, FCT Abuja and Delta State. Take advantage of this opportunity and become a house owner today. Choose HomeVest by clicking on the registration button now. Exenic is a UK representative and marketer of HomeVest in UK and Europe. For further inquiries, send text to this WhatsApp number +447 983 439 082.
Commodities trading arrangements, which the marketing boards represented, that extracted the surplus from the farmer in the rural areas and helped with marketing the produce. But that was not applied to stimulate further growth. Independence allowed that, or self-government allowed that began to happen. It was what drove the industrial estates. That's where the monies came from. As far as Okibo will tell you in his book on Nigerian public accounts, between 1957 and 1960, most of those accounts were drawn down to almost zero. And when I want to teach students, I say, what do you think happened to it? And the students talking with the mindset of today often say, oh, they chop the money, but it's not true. They use the money to do things like build industrial estates and expanded the opportunities. So the Nigerian economy began to grow very dramatically in the 60s. I mean, some of the fastest growing regional economies in the world were in Nigeria, Eastern Nigeria, Western Nigeria, rapidly growing economies. Of course, unfortunately, there was a civil war, set many things back. But let's bear in mind that the reconciliation after the Nigerian Civil War was one of the greatest reconciliations, one of the fastest in history. When we talk about the fractured nature of our country today, people forget that in spite of all the things that are said about people got 20 pounds or that, within 9 years, somebody from Eastern Nigeria was vice president of Nigeria. Within a decade or decade and a half, you couldn't tell income disparities from those who came out of war. In fact, the general received wisdom that there were more wealth in the hands of people who came out of that war in Nigeria, because there was enough room for people to pursue their native giftings in enterprise. So this is a very remarkable achievement for any society. Even the Civil War was, I tell the story of the Civil War from, I saw it from several angles. I saw the Civil War inside Biafra. I saw the Civil War in the war front of the Midwest, as it was. Most of the rest of the Civil War, I lived in Ibadan, going to school and talking about Agbekoya uprising and not remembering there was even a civil war taking place in the country. So that's the beauty of the kind of country that we built in Nigeria.